A butt lift is exactly what it sounds like.
Hey, let's talk about it on the pod.
Today on Pod Watcher, we're discussing Brazilian butt lifts.
I like that. You gotta be careful about doing stuff like that, because then someone goes, "You're doing this every week now. I'm gonna send you a list of the topics."
Welcome to Pod Watcher, all you slimy little worms. It's
Okay. Yeah. You did say you'd have something ready.
Slippery little guys.
Yeah, but then we tossed this on the calendar.
That's true.
I was unprepared. Welcome to Pod Watcher. This is the show, the official podcast, Watcher Entertainment. We should kick back and talk. I'm Shane Madej.
I'm Stephen Lim.
And I'm Lizzie Locker.
Lizzie's back, and we're bringing her back to
Welcome
take
back.
her to task.
Take her to task.
Take me to task.
Expose her.
I am, okay, first of all, before I get exposed, I just want to say that I am devastated about this. Okay.
Now,
I am so sad. Whoever, go ahead.
We teased that we were talking about Brazilian butt lifts, and now we're not.
that came up because Lizzie was talking about, what did you say? You said, they're fake, but, and I said, fake butts. And then we started talking about Brazilian butt lifts. And then Steve said, what's a Brazilian butt lift? And then Matt hit the intro music.
Sorry for doing my job.
It's a butt lift.
Okay.
And I think they're
Like
dangerous.
a facelift, but
For
your butt.
I think you
There's
shouldn't be
usually
doing it.
There's injecting happening.
I was kind of
typically.
hoping it was like a ski lift kind of situation.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Yeah, like you're in Brazil, like
Or
skiing.
it does almost sound like an exercise as well.
I also like
Yeah.
that.
You said
You know what I always...
Oh.
You know what word confused me? Spinning.
What?
What?
Oh,
Spinning.
like the exercise?
Here in LA, people are like, I'm going to go spinning.
Oh, like spin
Spin
class.
class.
I was like, what is...
Hey, brother, I've been spinning since I got it.
I was like, are you like spinning some yarn? Like, are you spinning a wheel? What is
Twirling in
going on?
circles?
I
Yeah.
guess that is, what is, obviously they're not just spinning in circles like a room full of preschoolers. Are they,
It's unclear.
what
I've
is
never
this,
been.
what is the spin?
It's
What is,
the wheel.
It's the wheel.
It's like-
The wheel
wheel
is spinning.
That's a stupid thing to call it.
Right?
Well, it's not cycling. You can't say I'm going cycling.
What are the machines?
They literally are spinning their wheels in the most like perfect
They
sense of
are
the term.
spinning
Because they're
the
not going
wheels.
anywhere.
Spinning
But
their
call
wheels?
it cycling then.
But they're not cycling, because cycling is a different thing. I think they nailed it. Spinning.
Okay.
Spinning could apply to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
English is stupid.
Anyway, it was very confusing at first, but yeah. Okay. Butt lift is
It's
a surgical procedure.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
no, but I think some of them are dangerous. I think they can be bad for you.
Any procedure can be dangerous.
Oh, you know what? That's interesting, man.
You know, I used
Hot
to
takes.
have a really
wisdom teeth, even wisdom teeth.
Wisdom
I
teeth.
remember when I got my wisdom teeth out, they were like, I remember the dentist, I was going out and he said, I don't trust my hands one bit, little lamb.
No way.
He didn't say that.
I cried. Do you guys remember what you did after you got your wisdom teeth out? I cried because I thought my mom thought I was going to set the house on fire.
Really?
Yeah. I just like sobbed the whole car ride home.
And then your house did catch on fire later.
way later. Was not me.
Maybe, did wisdom teeth anesthesia give you the vision?
It gave me the itch.
It gave you the
baby.
visions of the future.
Turned me into a pyromaniac.
Sarah was very I don't think I've ever told this on the pod. Sarah got her wisdom teeth out a couple years ago and was very, very nervous because she'd never been put under before.
And they say the later you do it, the harder it is to recover.
We
And
rescheduled the shoot.
It all
for
went
that.
fine, but she was so nervous before we went there, and she like to the point like she was really asking the
Oh.
person who was putting on her. She was like, "It's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna wake up." And I was like, "It's okay. I'm here." And Sarah was like, "Can you just make sure you're here when I wake back up because I'm gonna be scared?" And I was like, "Yes."
That's so sweet.
And so I went. It was very funny because she was nervous. She was like, I don't think I'm gonna. She just didn't think she was gonna handle it well. I was holding her hand. They started administering it, and they were like, "Okay, it's gonna start to feel good." She was like, "I don't know. Oh yeah, that feels good." And then she was out immediately. And I asked the surgeon or dentist or ortho, whatever it is who does that. I was like, "Hey, so I'm gonna go downstairs and get a coffee." I was like, "Can you guys call me before you bring her out? Because she's really nervous about this." And they were like, "Yes." So I went to front desk and also made sure with them, I was like, I'm going downstairs for a coffee. Just call me so I can be up here like maybe 5 minutes before you bring her out. And they were like, okay. I went down to the lobby. I got a coffee. I was working on some stuff. And then they called me and they were like, she's out. And I was like, oh my God. So I like ran up to the little office because it was in sort of a big like a high rise. Got into the room and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I'm late. Sarah was just scrolling Twitter on her phone.
Oh, no.
And she like looked at me. She's like, hi, how'd it go? It's just
Those like big bloody cotton balls shoved in her cheek.
yeah. And she was out of her mind for a little bit. Then on the drive home, she was just like, I did a good job. And I was like, yeah. And then she typed on her phone, proud question mark.
Oh my God.
I also remember when I got up there and she was in the chair and like looking through stuff, she was like texting a bunch of people. And I was like, who are you texting right now? And I don't know if you should be texting.
Yeah, you got to take the phone away.
Tetris.
Oh, yes.
And that was a natural transition in there.
Shane is really good at segues. And then
that wasn't a cut. That was just Shane saying Tetris after telling a story about Sarah.
Have you guys ever used a Segway? They're like low-key really fun.
Talk dope, yeah.
Highly recommend. Anyway, back to Tetris.
Ahead of its time, honestly.
Speaking of segues,
can we talk about
really
segues after Tetris?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So
thank you, Matt.
So for those of you who don't know,
Papa.
Lizzie shared with everybody on the podcast last week as if it was a fact.
I put it in the frickin' story. I thought this was going to really get people in.
Yeah.
It did. I was bamboozled. By the internet.
Well, before you get there, what she did was she saw some story about how every Tetris piece had a name. They had weird stuff like Orange
Ziggy.
Cleveland or whatever.
Yeah.
Turns out, all a hoax. Thank you for the comment out there.
Cleveland Z.
Can we shout out the person who shared the comment?
There was a couple people.
I'll find it.
A few people who were like,
people in the comment.
that was fake, Lizzie. You got hoaxed.
I think the important part here is that Lizzie has acknowledged that she was a victim of misinformation.
Yes.
Entirely false. What horse hockey have you come to peddle today, this week?
Okay. First of all, I got one. I've been trying to get this topic on Mystery Files.
Yeah.
Since it started.
Is this like some
Titanic didn't sink?
Oh my no.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this.
I did a video on it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I love it.
On a different network.
You know? It's good stuff.
Cross buns.
I'm not going to go deep into it. But okay, anyway, back to the Tetris thing though. I am honestly just so sad. Like, who would lie about this? The fact that Tiwi isn't called Tiwi will haunt me for years.
I mean, at the same time, though, those names, like whoever came up with those names for them, even if they're fake, it's pretty good. Pretty good, funny fake names.
I traced the root of this.
Yeah, tell us, give us the
to where you
dug deep.
To where I just Googled it.
Okay, he Googled.
And maybe had Lizzie done that, we wouldn't be here.
No, if it's on the internet, I just assume it's true.
Someone had posted on, I think it was on Reddit. No, it was on Twitter in 2019. They had basically made a fake manual. They said, I found the original. I think this is the original poster.
Because it's like a photo of a manual, which is impressive.
Yeah. It's at Vecchitto, VECCHITTO. And I don't know, maybe they stole it from the original poster. I don't know how that works. And now it's lawless over there. So you could really do whatever you want. They said, I found the manual. You don't really need to see this, but it's a picture of the instruction booklet, what looks like the original instruction booklet for Tetris. They show a page of it that is pretty legit, probably actually the official manual page showing you how to play it. And then there's a page that says Tetris block names in what is now a new font.
New font?
Yeah, it's a totally different font, different kind of
Honestly,
lighting.
That embarrasses me way more that I didn't pick up on the font.
Did you see this? Is this what you were reading from the other day?
No.
Okay.
No, I've seen that in the past, though.
I see. Okay.
It's just such a weird thing.
It's a really good grift.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
Funny
props
stuff.
to because it's not it's not negatively.
It's harmless.
It's harmless, you know.
And we're
It's
still
good.
getting
It's
got
good
years
pranks.
later. You
You
know,
know?
5 years later, here we are. Ooh, those are fun names.
It makes me think
All
of,
because someone did a funny thing, funny little Photoshop.
Do you guys
something.
ever watch New Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the guy?
Schmidt.
No.
Winston.
Winston.
Yes.
Winston.
Lamorne
Thank you.
Morris.
Lamorne
Lamorne Morris. I met him once at BuzzFeed and he was so nice and funny.
I like Lamorne.
We recorded a
Morris. Oh,
podcast
good.
with him. I love that guy.
He's great. So
I never watched it.
this is always
Really?
what makes me
Very
laugh.
good in game night. Sorry.
He's either a really good in the show. He's a prankster,
Yeah.
and he pranks too hard
He
or too
does.
soft.
Yeah.
And this, like, one of the episodes, he at the very end is like talking about this prank that he's done, and I think it's to Schmidt. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't remember who it's to. But he's like, put a little piece of cotton fluff in their shoe. And he's like, you've been walking around with that piece of cotton in your shoe this whole week.
That's great.
And that's what this makes me think of. Like, it's just so harmless
Yeah.
and like the dumbest, but I appreciate it. Whoever made that, hats off to you, man.
Yeah, hats off to
It's
you.
good.
Oh, you know what I'm thankful for?
What's that?
My wonderful Miracle Made sheets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Sleep is important to me.
Yeah.
Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so I can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. And they're not just cool, okay? They keep me clean as well. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. P.U. stinky.
My mom used to say pick. P-Y-I-K, like C-K.
Pick.
Never spelled it out, but I was just imagining.
You know,
She'd go, pick. It's really good, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
And these babies are designed for your skin. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. You know, before I got Miracle sheets, I stunk. My sheets stunk. And I was covered in pimples. And now I'm not.
That's good.
Now, Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever been in a 5-star.
I don't know if I have either.
But I guess sleeping on Miracle sheets, I know exactly what
Do
it's
you
like.
know exactly what it's like? You put a pillow on your own bed, you know, or put a mint on your pillow.
Oh, yeah.
They remind me of such a nice hotel that I make my bed, I put a mint on my pillow.
Yeah. And then you wake up and
Like a
it's
hotel.
all over your face.
Yeah. I get chocolate all over my face, but it doesn't matter because my pores are clear.
Yeah.
Go to trymiracle.com/watcher to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo Watcher at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%.
Good deal.
Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/watcher and use the code WATCHER to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/watcher to treat yourself. Thank you to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode.
Years ago, I did when 50 Shades of Grey was getting turned into a movie, I made some like mock-up movie poster with Miranda Cosgrove and Nick Cage on it. And it got spread around Reddit, and there were a couple comments on it where people were like, is this who they really cast? Like,
Oh,
is
this was before the movie came out.
Yes, this is before they like
That's
cast
very
it or
funny.
anything.
How old
And I was
were you
like,
at the time?
obviously no.
Before 50 Shades of Grey?
I was in, it was like
College?
college.
Lizzie just cutting stuff out like with safety
Yes.
scissors, pasting Miranda Cosgrove.
Those like fun, funky, like zigzag scissors.
I imagine you
Make
doing
a
it
collage.
like the baby Grinch.
Yeah.
That baby Grinch is so fucking
I
funny.
love him. I have something about the baby Grinch.
You got something about, okay,
Oh,
Segways, then the
segue.
baby Grinch.
No, I didn't really have much about Segways.
We're gonna burn through so many topics.
Wait, this is
week.
like,
it's Topics Palooza, everybody. Strap in.
You know when you're like on karaoke and you're like, okay, I want to sing this song, so then you add it to the queue. This is like literally like, okay, put it on the queue. Okay, Baby Grinch is next.
We need like a chart that keeps track. We need someone keeping track of the minutes.
It's me.
I would love to talk about, as I laid in bed this morning doing my, morning doom scroll, I was wondering, there's just like, the algorithm has pegged me for a couple like really weird videos and like genres.
Okay.
I would love to know.
You're doing the Steven thing. Speak faster.
I want to know what the algorithm has fed you that you have been like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm into this. That you wouldn't normally. For me, it's guys who trim cow hooves.
Is a cow hoof basically like a big toenail that they have to shave
It's
down?
like
Is that how
cartilage.
horses work too?
Yeah.
Because I took a horse class once and I had to do the feet.
I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to come back to
Word
unpack
choice.
that a bit more.
Horse class.
You did the feet at the horse class.
Segways, Baby Grinch, algorithm, horse class.
Yeah.
I don't have much more left on Segways.
What has the algorithm fed me? I don't know. Let me look at YouTube and see what it's. I want to know what
What's
it's
cropping up?
My YouTube is too dialed in on me.
Really?
It's like NBA. I'll get like the same Lakers highlights from 5 different channels.
I did not
in a row.
realize you were that big of an NBA guy.
I don't talk about it at work because nobody else cares about it except for Ryan.
Have you met Ryan?
It feeds me a lot of sort of liminal horror things. Which, that's fine. Cyclist meets family of skunks. I like that as well. How accurate is Red Dead Redemption? I like that as well.
It's good.
You do bears and tapeworms. So you don't have any cow hooves?
Well, that's on Instagram for me. I had a ton of animal stuff because me and Tammy will always send animal videos to each other. So like all that stuff. I'm
Red Panda?
Red Panda, yeah. A lot of capybara stuff. A lot of capybara.
Nice. I also get a lot of Twilight
Wait, what is the Red
memes.
Panda reference?
I'm asking if you've ever shared some Red Panda content.
Oh, the way you said it was like, I was like, is that a meme?
No,
Red
he's
Panda?
just a funny...
What's your guys' favorite animal? Your capybara, or is that Tammy?
It's Tammy's favorite. I do love a capybara though.
That's too big of a question, I think.
That's not.
Favorite animal?
Give us a top 3. Give us a smattering. Give us your flight of faves.
Jesus. We have to exclude cats and dogs.
I love dog.
Right?
No, you can throw it in there.
Cat
love
is
dog.
up there because we've domesticated them.
Cats. Look, here's another fun fact with
What do you
Lizzie.
got?
Unclear
Okay.
if it's true.
Okay.
Read this on the internet. Cats are the only animals that domesticated themselves.
Is that so?
I mean, how are we going to disprove that? TBH.
I don't know.
But it sounds like they just came in and were like, yeah, fuck it. I'm staying in this person's house. And the person
Isn't that also sort of, I guess I guess I should watch some documentaries or something. I always assumed dogs were sort of along those lines too, because you're offering them shelter and food and fire, warmth. So I assume they were sort of drawn to humans at some point.
Drawn, yes, but
survival.
definitely overbred as well.
Oh yeah, the overbreeding is a whole thing.
Cats domesticated us.
But cats
I
also
believe-
must have been bred to some degree because
Probably.
wild cats don't look like my little Obi man.
That's,
A bobcat.
maybe.
They used to.
Now a bobcat is pretty close.
I could believe that fact, and somebody tell us if it's true in the comments, because now we're just believing it. But cats, they do their own business and they'll do the litter, they'll go themselves. Dogs,
I love cat.
you gotta take them out.
I love cat.
Yeah.
A big shout out. I can't remember if I've closed the loop on this. A big shout out to everyone who if my sweet Obi man does one day pass, he's still hanging in there. He's still trucking. I remember being like, I don't know if we should get 2 cats. A lot of people in the comments were like, get 2 cats. 2 cats take care of each other. They're friends. They have a lot of fun.
Sorry, this is so random, but
What do you got?
just a video of 2 cats hugging.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
Jealous.
I want to adopt these so bad.
Are they
I haven't even
adoptable?
seen it. He hasn't shown us yet. I'm just the mere thought of it.
Yes.
Are
Oh my
these
God.
Are they siblings?
They're siblings. They're both 7 months old.
Oh my God.
And they were just hugging each other. They were at the
hugging.
shelter.
One of them is licking the other one.
Oh my God.
My heart be still.
Right?
They're like making a little heart shape almost.
We'll put this on the Pod Watcher Instagram that we definitely made, right, Matt?
I've
but
heard
when
to say
animals
any
are-
animal, like it's different species of animals that are best friends.
When
Absolutely.
it's a dog and a cat, I cry. I don't cry, but I do like that.
like a dog and a deer, a duck and a fox, anything like that, where they're
duck
just
and a
buddies.
fox?
Yeah. Oh, my heart. It just is too precious.
That's why the capybaras are amazing because they literally will just cuddle with anybody, any
Don't they-
animal.
They gotta stink though, right?
They're rodents, so probably. Yeah.
I loved growing up having hamsters and guinea pigs, but those things fucking stank.
That's true.
They got a musk to them that's like
They poop a lot.
they poop a lot.
I feel like I talked about this last time. Maybe I didn't. There was at some point where I got in this algorithm of people talking about hamsters, maybe it was guinea pigs. God, I don't even know now. The story's getting less good.
Tell me more.
Where they would go into hibernation in the winter. Did either of your
But they didn't really go into hibernation. They would often, burrow in the wood chips and go for a little sleepy time there. But I don't know that they were like sleeping
got it.
more during the winter.
So people were talking about how their hamster or guinea pig or whatever was doing that, and they would think that it had died, so they would like bury them. And then they later in life found out that they were probably hibernating.
know about that.
There's more fun facts with Lizzie.
Oh, no.
Fact check me.
I
and leave your
don't-
thoughts in the comments.
I feel like they probably just died.
I don't know.
My
I
guinea
saw
pig
like
never hibernated. Sweet
20,
trooper.
30 videos about people talking about that.
I remember when my
Wow.
guinea pig died, he was flat like a pancake. And I was like, he's
Wait, just like sprout out like
Like
I'm dead.
one of those things in Beetlejuice.
sort of, yeah. On one of the Bobs.
Yeah.
He just was like laid on his side and was like real flat.
Just like
And I was like,
deflated.
damn, Trooper.
Damn,
Trooper was his name?
He was Trooper, named after
Oh.
the motion picture Starship Troopers.
Oh my God.
Hey, everybody, lounge season is officially upon us. You know what that means? It's time to lounge.
I always lounge around in like dirtiest, crunchiest jeans.
Oh, you're a filthy rat.
It's not comfortable.
You're a disgusting worm of a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? Wouldn't you know it? Your favorite company that makes the most comfortable underwear in the world also makes the coziest loungewear
Okay.
that's perfect for the holiday season.
All right.
Lounge pants, heard of them?
I think so. Those are my
Hoodies?
You wearing hoodies at home?
Sure.
I love wearing hoodies at home.
Sweats. How about even onesies? You wear a onesie?
Yes. Yeah.
Make you feel like a little baby. Eat some pureed carrots. Well, MeUndies is here to remind you that it's never too early to start thinking about gift ideas. What could be better than the gift of comfort from MeUndies? I'm listening. I hear no answer. That's right, because there is nothing better. It's all very comfortable. I wear it all the time.
You're the biggest MeUndies proponent we got.
I am. I've actually been I've been on the MeUndies beat well before they ever sponsored this show. And in fact, last night I was putting together a Christmas list. This is true. And I said, MeUndies. I want more.
More
And I
MeUndies.
have quite a few, but it's nice to have them in the rotation so you don't have to wash them as much.
And now it's not just underwear, so you can get all sorts of stuff.
And I could be lounging, baby.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. MeUndies are so inclusive. They got a cut for every butt with 10 different styles that come in over 100 different colors and prints ranging from black to all over dinosaurs. And MeUndies' signature super soft micro-modal fabric is breathable, stretchy, and oh so comfy, making it ideal for all-day wear. Here's the best part. Not happy with your first pair of undies? It's on MeUndies!
Whoa.
Remember, MeUndies isn't just about underwear. Explore the lounge collection featuring joggers, hoodies, onesies, and more. So cover your butt and everything else with MeUndies. Kick off lounge season with MeUndies and get 20% off your first order plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/watcher. Enter promo code WATCHER. That's MeUndies.com/watcher, code WATCHER for 20% off plus free shipping. MeUndies, comfort from the outside in.
I have some information on the domestication of the cat.
Oh yeah,
Please.
give us that cat.
This is from
info.
Smithsonian Mag, which is probably the most reputable source we've ever read from here.
Love it.
Most archaeologists believe the cats probably domesticated themselves more than 10,000 years ago.
Damn.
When the fluffy little murder beast, that's funny, realized that they could get an easy meal by staking out Neolithic storerooms and farms for rats and mice that were attracted to human settlements. More cats meant fewer rodents, which meant more crops for the working humans. Over time, our ancestors started taking care of the felines, leading to the modern house cat.
Interesting.
I like
I
that.
love that some of my facts are facts.
That's good.
That's exciting.
All right, you're at a 50% hit rate right now.
Woo!
Okay.
I'll take it, baby.
I kind of want to do a segment in the future where you bring us like all your fun facts, and then we just
Factor cap.
we
with
yeah.
Lizzie.
Factor cat.
You bring us 3 facts and we figure out which one is Lizzie's misinformation.
Oh,
I'm
good.
Look, if I'm
just gonna-
bringing these facts,
Lizzie's misinformation.
a hot new segment. I'm all. If
Tell
I'm
your
doing
wife,
this,
tell your
I am not researching what the correct answer. They could all be fact. They could all be cap.
Oh,
Do people still use?
Oh, you can
bring
make
it.
something up though.
You can't
I just wanna
bring
bring-
all lies.
Why?
why
I
can't
guess
you
you
do
could.
You can't do research
Why
on
not?
them? What if we only do it once every 3 years?
Okay, I'm in.
Okay. That gives you
Tune
enough time.
in.
That gives you a
in
year per fact.
2027 for the next episode of Factor Cap with Lizzie Locker.
Do we talk about segways?
Segways. Great time to talk about segways.
I've said this like 4 times. I didn't have anything else to say
You
about
said, can we talk
segues.
about segways?
I want to talk. No, I want.
Oh,
I
you
want. I
said
want to
that.
say, segways are a thing in life.
That's
I remember
a fact.
when they.
Now that's a fact.
That's a fact.
when
All
they-
right, okay. Misinformation.
when those hit the scene, they were touted as being revolutionary. This is going to change the way that we as a society.
Yeah, they
would
did
move.
that.
Get around?
I forgot
Yeah.
about
Yep.
that.
You're gonna see them everywhere in every city, on every sidewalk. Everyone's gonna have one. Obviously, that didn't happen, and I think that's a shame because in my life, I feel I will go to the grave not having ridden a Segway to my satisfaction. I've spent maybe 10 minutes on a Segway in my life,
Okay,
tops.
I got a recommendation for
It's
you.
probably closer to 2 minutes.
Okay.
I have not had the opportunity to do so.
You can rent them in Santa Monica and do them on the boardwalk.
I don't want to go there.
You can rent them. I remember you can rent them in Chicago. There were lots of
Yeah,
Segway
the
tours.
tours.
I feel like all the news coverage was in Chicago. People driving around the Bean and stuff. When I
Yeah,
saw
they were all over the Bean.
Yeah, you
It's
go
like-
to the Bean.
I have a
didn't
very
see
Cloudgate
any of that.
Nation.
Rise up.
You know they recently repaired it.
Huh?
Somebody told me that they repaired it recently.
Yeah, it was the
what-
last
It
what
was
is that
closed
about?
when I went
Yeah.
for Shane's
What was
wedding, and,
wrong?
and my
What
wife
was
was there.
wrong?
and
They said it became shinier. I was just in Northwestern doing
What do
a
you
speaking
mean it
event,
became-
so they were
even
telling
it
me.
was like
shinier.
it was too shiny and they
I
had
don't
to
know.
knock
Was
it
it
back a
shiny
bit.
enough?
You know
Got
what?
it.
You know what's very funny is there's a store that I go to near me that sometimes I'll go to like a couple times a year to get like T-shirts. I don't want to name the store because I don't want to put them on blast. But there's
But it wasn't Lazy Acres.
no.
They don't
Can
sell
confirm.
t-shirts.
Could never
yet.
be.
But there's a guy who works at the store who I just, I go in there maybe once or twice a year. And at some point before my wedding, I was at the store and he was like, oh, maybe he sensed I was like going somewhere or something. He was like, you going on a trip? And I was like, oh, I'm going to Chicago. I'm getting married. And he was like, that's amazing. He was like, I've never been to Chicago, but I want to go soon. And I was like, oh yeah, it's great. It's a lot of fun. And then at some point, like maybe 6 to 8 months ago, I mean, I chatted with him for like 5 or 10 minutes. It was a long chat. And then at like 6 to 8 months ago, I was getting breakfast with Sarah and my brother, and we were passing the store. And from inside the store, a guy yelled, "Hey, how's it going?"
What?
And I was like, "Oh, hey, man." And he was like, "I'm going to Chicago."
Whoa!
And I was like,
I love it.
"Oh, cool." Then we chatted a
So
little more.
cute.
And
You
then
give him some Rex?
I was there last week, and he was not in the store. There was other people working.
Oh, you were in
there.
this store.
And then out of nowhere, I hear someone go, "Hey, man, I went to Chicago." And I was like, "Oh."
This is like an NPC in a video game. You progressed a little bit further.
And I was like, oh, did you, how was it? He was like, I'm not going to lie. I didn't like it.
Oh,
got your
really?
ass, dude.
And he was
what
like,
happened? Was it windy? Was it rainy?
I didn't know anybody and I didn't know where to go. And I was like, oh yeah, there's a lot of like tucked away neighborhoods and, you kind of got to, it's good to, know someone from there and knows the city to kind of, take you around because there's a lot to explore, but it's not all like
Chicago.
But
on the topic list.
He did say, like, he was like, but I did see the bean. And I was like, oh. And he was like, I really liked that.
Who is this person?
That's
good stuff.
Wait, how old are they? I just want to get a picture in my
I would
mind.
say like 30,
Okay.
Okay.
I spent a very long time not liking Chicago.
Why?
Because I lived there for 3 years. It's a very cold city, emotionally.
Yeah.
And, going back with it, knowing people and knowing the right places, and it's different.
The bean is, I feel like people think the bean is funny, but then when you go see it, you're like, this is pretty fucking cool. The reflection of the city, especially if you go at night.
Yes, that's pretty.
And the skyline reflected in it is very
I've
beautiful.
never seen the bean at night.
Oh, you must see the bean at night.
Speaking of Segways and the bean and that area, there's a place called Buckingham Fountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chicago. It's a beautiful fountain. It's large. It is large.
Big ass
boy.
fountain.
It's big. But I remember being in Chicago and there was a Segway tour, and this little girl goes, "Daddy, is this the biggest fountain in the world?" It's not. And he goes, "It is." So it's always very funny just to lie to your kid.
That's great.
Anyway, on a Segway.
It's similar to jet skis.
Oh, yes.
love
Now,
a
jet skis,
ski.
I've put in more minutes on. And I was this past summer, I was gonna go to Illinois to a lake house with some friends, and we were considering renting jet skis, and that's when we got the OB cancer talk, and I was like, guess we can't go right now.
But you've been on jet skis before.
Yes, and it like I think of my life as like pre-jet ski and post-jet ski.
Wow.
because
I feel
jet
the
skis
same way.
are.
They give me life.
I knew when I was in college, we just had a friend who had like a lake house, and we would go, and they had a jet ski, and it's the most alive you can feel.
Shit, I gotta get on a jet ski.
Yeah,
You never been on a jet ski?
No,
It's
never.
so
Very
good.
fun.
It's so good.
And I don't know the terminology. Is it I'm talking about the sitting down ones.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a jet ski.
yeah.
And there's Sea-Doo, which is a brand, like Kleenex.
Oh, okay.
When you're on a jet ski, are you folks that you're like, I want to go fast? Or
Oh, I go fast.
or do you want to be like catching air? You're a fast
Air.
guy.
Well,
I'm more of an air.
I've
I don't
only
care
done
about
them
going fast.
on lakes, so I don't really get a lot of air because there's not like waves out
I
there.
haven't been on a jet ski in a long time. I feel like I'd be scared at this point in my life.
No, I feel pretty
they're
safe on
so
it. The worst thing that happens is you fall off. That's never happened to me because I
Bonk your head,
Because you're so
sink into the abyss.
Okay.
people have died on jet skis though before.
Oh,
Easily.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
A
People
lot of
have
Bond
died walking
henchmen.
Yeah, they
downstairs
explode.
as well.
What?
You know, I'm just saying, you can die in a lot of ways. That should scare you away from jet ski. You could just die in this.
Another
chair.
living
yeah,
threat.
that's fair.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
there are many ways you can die. I can imagine several.
Yeah. For you right now.
But segways are fun. You like
Yeah.
them?
I mean,
Segways, the
look,
jet skis of the water. Or the jet skis,
Jet skis of the
road.
land.
Wait, I don't know if I've ever been on a Segway either. Actually,
This is what I'm saying.
I feel like in my mind I have, but I don't think I have.
Can we do
physically.
a sponsorship with them?
Yeah, Segway.
Yeah, are
Exist
they still
anymore.
around? They must be.
The CEO. You know about this?
I remember.
There's something notable about the CEO. That's
The
all I
CEO
know.
Don't trash talk him because then they're not going to sponsor
I'm
us.
not going to trash talk him. The CEO rode over a cliff on a Segway and died.
That's what the
You're
notable
serious?
thing was.
Is
That's
that-
true?
That's fact.
That's fact.
On a Segway.
Not the inventor of the Segway, but I think it was the CEO of the company itself for a minute there.
I knew there was something. There was something in my brain about.
I gotta look up.
Speaking of
how much is a
Segways.
Segway, and if I sold my car, could I get one?
Yeah, you could. I've looked this up.
Sarah,
It was like
Probably like
a decade ago.
$1,500. I'm guessing.
Sarah feverishly texting me that Richard Gere is on the Today Show today.
Okay.
I love the Today
Don't know
Show.
why.
Well, they're not as expensive as I thought.
Wow, these are. Oh no, I'm looking.
Wait.
at a
I guess
scooter
1,500. Lizzie, what do you guess? How much is a Segway? Because we're both not looking it up right now.
2,100.
Okay. What is the number, Matt?
I don't know if I'm looking at the right thing because this seems way too cheap.
I'm not seeing I'm looking at Segway.com.
Okay.
And they don't have what I imagine was the original Segway anymore. Like,
Yeah,
there's no,
right.
like, there's no like
It doesn't
podium
exist anymore,
on
I don't
wheels,
think.
but there
is
is
it like the skateboard or like one ball?
the 9-bot S Max, which looks like
I cannot believe these are cheaper than I expected.
yeah, I would have thought they were more expensive. This one's
Somebody give us a
$489.
price.
Oh, hey.
But if you think about it, that they have like those crappy little hoverboards.
That's
at,
a
like,
good point,
Target
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Is that's Segway?
No, those aren't.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Oh, do you notice how the days are shorter, but your to-do lists aren't? I swear I feel like I'm supposed to be done working when the sun is, but that leaves me with almost no time at all. Well, power through your busy days with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. From breakfast to dinner and anything in between, Factor has easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled and feeling your best. Whether you like routine or enjoy mixing things up.
That's
Factor, you like mixing it up?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I just don't like routine.
What's the craziest thing you ate recently that didn't feel like it was not a...
The other day I ate 5 tortillas for lunch.
Just bear?
Yeah.
Well, you might be interested in our sponsor, Factor.
I would love it.
Whether you like routine or enjoy mixing things up, Factor has you covered with 35 different delicious meals every week and over 60 additional convenience options you can add to your box, like keto cookies, pressed juices, and smoothies. Don't let shorter days slow you down. Stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Factor lets you do you. Choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, or simply eat well-balanced meals.
That sounds expensive though.
Wrong!
Lizzie told me these are expensive.
Don't listen to her. She peddles lies. Factor's cheaper than takeout and dining out.
Yeah.
Put the money you save towards holiday shopping or reaching your financial goals. Okay? Would you do that?
Yeah, well.
There's no sacrificing quality for convenience. With Factor, weekly menus offer ways to treat yourself to a restaurant-like meal experience with gourmet plus dishes that feature premium proteins and seasonal sides like broccolini, leeks, and asparagus. How does a truffle butter filet mignon or garlic herb roasted barramundi sound?
Dang, that sounds fun.
Is your mouth watering, Matt? Oh yeah, his mouth is watering. There's a lot of water coming from that mouth.
Yeah. I'll close it so we can finish the ad.
Head to factormeals.com/watcher50 and use code watcher50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. That's code watcher50 at factormeals.com/watcher50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Thank you, Factor.
Thanks, Factor.
We love you.
I just want to close the loop on the Grinch thing because
Let's talk Baby Grinch.
No, someone found, and I'm sorry to do a visual thing, but you're really going to like this.
Tell me more.
Someone found the face prosthetic for the Baby Grinch up for sale.
Oh.
It's a horrifying picture.
I'm excited. Lay it on us.
Oh.
Ah!
God. Matt has shown us.
That's so.
Now, this is why we need an Instagram.
Now
freaky.
to make it worse, it's just sort of against a black void, so it looks like it's been under the skinned.
Yeah. Basically, we're seeing a flayed Baby Grinch
Did you
head
guys ever-
on a
hollow eyes,
on
just
a mat.
black eyes,
like in
doll's eyes.
elementary school, have a thing where you like carved apples to make them look like faces, and then they dried up, and it looked like
No,
a freaky little dry
I didn't know
mouth.
you
That's
went to
fun.
school
It
in
looks
sort
like
of
this.
over the garden wall kind of era.
Ooh.
You know what? Baby Grinch could use a little of a butt lift, I think. Oh
Yeah.
BBL.
This is my new Slack avatar.
my God, please no.
This is
It's really
horrifying.
scary. How much is it? Is it as much as a
How
Segway?
much is that Baby Grinch head skin in the window?
I'm gonna guess $2,000 for
That'll
that.
be real nice for the thumbnail.
Well, it says log in to see winning bids.
Oh, so it's already
someone
sold.
bought it.
If you are the proud owner of the Baby
heartbreaking to me.
Grinch mask, please
Baby
call
Grinch,
in.
and it just says Baby Grinch head skin.
Baby Grinch head skin.
How did you find this? What is your Google history looking like?
His
I have
algorithm.
fun. We have fun on the internet.
God, he's so scary.
Something about the hairline is just so ultra realistic.
Honestly,
too.
that
makes
hair
me-
is giving Donald Trump a little bit.
It is.
It's-
I'm sorry.
unnerving.
It's a really good picture.
It is.
It's almost like Michael Myers adjacent.
Yeah.
It's got like shape vibes.
It's
We
like
do have
Michael,
we
Chucky,
do have
and Trump had a love child.
at Podwatcher on Instagram.
We do have it.
At Podwatcher on Instagram right now, there is no other information but one picture of this Baby Grinch head skin. And that's my promise to you.
I've never been a Grinch girly.
You know what?
Never liked the Grinch.
Even like the old cartoon?
Yeah. It's
Really?
never done it for me.
But he becomes good.
Yep, that's true.
You should. You know what
That's
though?
been Factor Cap with Lizzie.
Lizzie, I tell you this. And I
Tell
tell
it
you
to
no
me.
lies. I think if you watched the Cumberbatch one, it might work for you because it's
I've
pretty
seen it.
cozy.
I've
Okay,
seen
never
it.
mind.
And I love Cumberbatch.
I think it's so cozy.
Sherlock is what made me want to go into the film industry. It's one of the
Oh,
That
One of the
makes
things.
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Steven, you like the Grinch?
I'm ambivalent.
Interesting. Wow, I've never met so many people who have sort of.
I love the Grinch.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Jim Carrey Grinch. I
Yeah.
like the original dark
The
cartoon.
physicality of the Jim Carrey Grinch.
He
is-
does great.
That would have been a fun Too Many Jokers, Too Many Grinches season would have been fun.
Oh my
that was
God.
good.
One
I
of
don't-
you's just animated.
That's very
One
good.
cartoon, yeah.
Noise. I brought something for the show today.
What'd you bring?
Okay.
Ooh.
What do you got?
We've hit all our topics.
Segue.
Wait, I have another topic.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I always thought that Thanksgiving was on the third Thursday of November.
I
and that's
saw
not
this
true.
trend the other day.
And this morning I saw some video that was talking about some other person thought that as well. And I'm like, am I crazy? Did you guys also think that? I just have
Well, it's
to
the
know.
fourth, right?
It's the last.
I thought it was the last Thursday.
last,
Oh, it's the
apparently.
last.
Yeah.
So it could be the 5th, but it's like never the 3rd, I guess.
Mandela effect.
It's never the third?
Yeah, I think there's
Well, yeah, it's
always
never the 3rd,
4.
I guess.
But
There's
At the most, yeah, that would be, yeah, you're right.
at least 30 days.
It's always the last,
blows my
huh?
mind.
Hmm.
Did you hear that though? Did you like think that growing up ever or no?
I feel like. Yeah,
Not third, no.
It's
Never.
so wild how many people like it was like 20,000 people had liked this TikTok. Just the other day, Katie and I were sitting in the office being like, wow, the 28th. I thought it was the 3rd Thursday.
It is
did
surprisingly
it's
Very
late
late this year.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, that just blew my mind.
Huh.
This wasn't an exciting segment, I guess.
No,
Back to
it's
you. What did you
okay.
bring?
That was fun.
Yeah.
Little Thanksgiving
Fun.
thing.
You
It's fun
shut
to
your
think about calendars.
That's like the only holiday that follows that rule. Because most of them are like the third Monday or
What about
the
Easter?
25th
Doesn't
of
Easter
Christmas.
always have some bullshit?
No,
What is
Easter's
Easter?
wackadoo.
What is
Easter's
Easter?
It's all
wackadoo.
over.
I was born
Does-
on Easter. My
does-
10th birthday was on Easter.
Does the Pope pick it every year?
No.
No, it's some
what is
sort
it?
Do they
of
all get
Sunday.
together and vote on it like in.
conclave?
Did anybody else see Conclave?
No.
No.
No, but I tell you what, I'm very excited for Wicked this week. It's Wicked Week.
Is it Wicked
Oh,
Week in
Wicked!
America?
I can't wait to watch Wicked.
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
heard
be
it's
there?
good. I heard it's good. I'm going to watch
hear it's
it.
great.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't it be?
Michelle Yeoh, my favorite, is in it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I don't have much affection for the property, which is
Whoa.
Well, the first act is great.
that's what everyone
And that's all the first movie.
I've heard everyone say like that the second movie is going to be such a
I didn't realize it was not. I didn't realize it was. Whoa! It's a series.
I
They're
think
making
that-
it
I
a
think
series?
two-parter.
I think they're purposefully, like they announced that it was going to be 2 parts, and everybody was like, "What? Why?" And so they're kind
Money.
of walking that back,
Oh,
but they're doing it.
No, it's happening.
But it's going to be kind of like, I think Pirates 2 came out, and people were like, "It's not over." There's a cliffhanger at the end of it.
Mm.
Wicked was supposed to be one movie first.
Yes,
And then when they were filming it, they were like, oh,
too big.
this is too big.
Oh, too
Too
big.
many
Maybe that's what
witches.
happened with the seventh movie, the Harry Potter, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so then they split it to 2, but I guess it's been unpopular to break it
yeah.
up.
So they're just like, "Just go see it,"
Yeah.
and then
Just
we'll
go
hook
see it,
you.
Don't
We'll
worry
hook you.
about it.
But then that movie's going to end with, defying gravity, because that's the act break.
Yeah.
And you're going to go, wow, this is incredible. And then it's going to go, and there's maybe one song left.
Yeah.
Lame.
What?
Like
After that?
it's the hits are all act one.
Popular.
You're
Act
gonna
one.
be popular.
Sentimental Man. But that's one for me.
It is?
For Good is act two.
Oh, For Good.
For Good
You're right,
is a
you're
good
right.
song, but that's an act two.
I was going to say Love is an Open Door, but that's from
That's
Frozen.
different. That's different.
That's from Frozen.
That's a good
now
one.
that is
That's a
another.
good one.
And this is
Banger.
This is too many musical
Frozen's
things for
got
me.
a lot of bangers.
You're
huh?
activating
Yeah.
me. Yes, and the fourth best song is the one that hit. Do you want to build a snowman or whatever?
That one's
Yeah.
good. Too.
And then what's the main one? What's the main one?
Defying. Oh.
Defying Gravity. Yes, I forgot.
What is the main? Why can't I think
Is
of
that
it?
also Idina Menzel?
Yes. That's why I was thinking.
Oh.
Frozen fractals all around.
Is
That
that-
one? Is that the one you're talking about?
Let It Go.
Let it
Let
go.
it go. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course, Let It Go, the most popular
Why
one.
could we not think of that?
Love is an Open Door is better, and so is For the First Time in Forever.
Love is
For
an
the
open
fir-
door.
Yeah, that is good.
Really good for karaoke duetting.
And
Just
Do You
saying,
Want to
it's
Build a
fun.
Snowman is good too.
Let's do it.
Wait, are you saying?
Great. I'm in.
Are you saying I Want to Build a Snowman also better than Let It Go?
Yes, I think it's also the Let It Go is just really overplayed.
I'm going to disagree
Yeah.
with you there. I think in the stakes of the movie, when it gets to that moment of Let It Go, it's really powerful.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Context wise.
I'd be curious to. I wish I could go back and see that for the first time and see how it hits without having
For
that
the
song
first
so
time in forever.
burned into the brain.
Yeah, I don't like that movie. Who cares?
What about Frozen 2?
Frozen has a very similar plot to
Frozen
the
2.
Pokemon movie, right?
Frozen 2's got your.
Does it?
It's got your
Detective
Weezer in it.
Pikachu?
Weezer in
No,
there.
the first one.
Oh.
You know when Ash
talking about?
turns to stone?
How do we get to Pokemon?
It was just like a very similar
This is
ending. Frozen. I don't know. All right.
Ash turns to stone.
Yeah, and then Pikachu's like, Pika, wake up.
And then you find out Pikachu
Oh
and
yeah,
Ash are
that's really
sisters.
sad. I remember that.
What?
You don't remember this? You never watched it.
I don't have any. I never saw no
So
Pokemon.
good. But then it's the same thing with Frozen, right? Like she turns to ice or whatever.
What?
Yeah.
At
So-
the end of the first one?
Okay.
Well, wait, I didn't talk about my calendars
Okay,
quick.
all right.
There's two calendar things that I just gotta say here. Okay,
Let's
first
hear
of
it.
all,
Oh, you're talking about the
Febu-
perfect February this year in 2025. Perfect February.
I think it's 2026.
Oh, okay.
Perfect February is coming up. Where the 28 days
Oh
Fit
yeah.
perfectly
on the calendar.
Oh, it's really yummy. But then also, this is another February.
You by perfect, but you mean a Monday? Is it Monday?
Sunday.
Sunday
is the first.
Saturday is the last.
And Saturday is the last. It's exactly
Perfect
four
weeks.
Perfect rows
weeks
on a
in
calendar.
row.
Oh,
It's going to be such a chunky
so
screen.
yummy.
Like you get to see everything on the calendar.
gonna be
It's not
so
going to be
good.
that chunky. It's going to be less chunky than most of them because it's
Yeah.
only going to have 4 rows. Most of them have 5.
No, 5 was so it's going to be like too
It's
tight.
gonna be dense.
I guess it's going to be
It's
wide.
going to be dense. It's going to be wider. No, it's going to be smaller.
No, like if you have your full screen on the calendar, it gets squished on a normal calendar.
Because it's making 5 weeks. It's trying to fit 5
Yeah, and I'm
weeks.
saying with 4
I
weeks,
see.
you're going to have space.
You got space.
Oh, yeah.
You got room.
And then this is another February. People who were born on
February 29th.
February 22nd in 2000 turned 22 on February 22nd, so 22 of 22. And guess what day it was? A fucking Tuesday. So good.
I just have to double check everything you said.
Yeah.
No,
Double
that
check
makes
it.
sense.
Double check it on February.
February 22nd, 2022 is a palindrome, and it was referred to as Tuesday, TWOSDA. Why?
Love it.
Really good.
Lizzie, your hit
Love
rate's
that.
going way up this episode.
I'll take it.
You're
baby.
regaining trust with the audience.
Also, how do we feel about Titanic didn't sink? Do
No,
we
no,
all
no,
believe
no,
in that
no,
one?
no, no.
No.
Just because you said a true thing doesn't mean you get to peddle. 2 + 2 = 4. The Earth is flat.
heard it here first, folks.
Lizzie's never coming back.
Okay.
Okay, what's the thing that
Well,
you
thank you
brought
for
us?
joining us for Topics Palooza. Now it's time to move on to another segment.
Yes. Mimics.
Mimics. Okay.
We're talking about mimics?
Yes.
And shout out to Simone. our social media
Yes.
manager here, Watcher, for sharing this topic with us to talk about today.
Now, did Simone know that Ryan wasn't going to be? Also, Ryan's not here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan's still on his very well-deserved vacation.
We batch shot a few of these.
45 minutes in.
He hasn't
be
been
back.
gone for 4 weeks.
He'll be back. Don't worry.
TikTok is a buzz with mimics. TikTok
It
has
is.
mimic fever. And 6 days ago at this point, an account captured a mimic, a video of what she is saying is a mimic. She's talking with her husband, and in the background, you could hear what sounds like her husband trying to get her attention. Saying, she's like, "Is that you?" And there's a voice that says, "That's not me." But she is also talking to her husband. So, just get your thoughts on this, everybody.
Okay.
You might have to
Let's
listen
see it.
intently.
Listen up, everybody.
I'm going to push my headphones
There's
together.
nothing to see, listeners. We've already passed that portion. You can go to @PodWatcher for the baby Grinch head skin. So this is a TikToker named Morgan Hauntings.
Okay.
Haunting is in the TikTok name?
Yes.
Or is that their surname?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
But they've been chronicling being followed by a mimic for a long time. And a mimic, from my understanding, is some sort of paranormal entity that fakes the sounds of your loved one.
Stop. Like, there is literally no way.
What are you talking about? What's happening?
It's like not stopping.
What does it sound like?
I'm hoping the camera gets it because I feel like I'm losing my mind.
I just... Is it nebula?
No.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like you.
Me? Wait, like, this sounds like someone's in the house?
But it sounds like you. Don't go up there, don't go up there, don't go up there.
Should I call the cops?
I don't know.
I'm gonna check the camera upstairs to make sure no one's here.
Are you like messing with me because...
Hey, I really don't hear anything.
Okay.
Okay, it's just nebula upstairs. I don't... You know, up there.
Let me see if I got it on here.
There's now a cut to, I wanted to take one more video and this happened.
Do you... What was it?
Happened on screen.
My God!
What looks to be
It
a
was
heavy
under the table.
That thing's full. The cats could not have done
cat
that.
food bin knocked over.
That's heavy. Oh my God.
And then the text says, "I don't think this is the mimic. I've never seen anything like this. This feels worse." So, that video is exploding. I think 2 million views at this point. 2 million likes. Excuse me. They don't share the views on thing. I'm gonna go back and
I think I heard it a little bit. It was like,
while the husband's talking, there's another what sounds like another deep voice.
right.
I'm gonna go back to that section now.
I'm hoping the camera gets it because I feel like I'm losing my mind.
I just... Is it nebula?
No.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like you.
Me? Wait, like, this sounds like someone's in the house?
There was a portion.
But it sounds...
Yeah, it kind of sounds like an echo, but,
Wait, like,
you know.
this sounds like someone's in the house? Wait, like, this sounds like someone's in the house?
You can hear another voice over it.
Wait, like, this sounds like someone's in the house?
Yeah.
But it sounds like you. Don't go up there.
And then there's another portion that the comments pointed out where it says that's not. It sounds like it says that's not
I'm gonna check
me.
the camera upstairs to make sure no one's here.
There's another portion.
Are you like messing with me because...
Hey, I really don't hear anything.
Okay.
Okay, it's just nebula upstairs. I don't... You know, up there.
It does sound like there's another person in the other room.
Possibly. Possibly.
TikTok is full of videos like this, which people reporting encountering mimics, hearing voices of their loved ones when their loved ones are not present.
Well, they're not good actors. It's a very fake. I mean, you know, it's not hard to fake any of this. That's all hooey.
It's incredibly easy to fake this.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, I don't know. You're putting up a TikTok. If you know people are wanting this kind of content right now, I think that's very easy to.
My first
Do you
reaction.
guys think this is real?
My first reaction watching this was, okay, this could be very easily faked, but let's play the game.
No.
Let's play the game. Okay, what if they're not faking it? What could be happening here? Like, is it a recording device? Is it an echo? Is it somebody else in the room? Is it like a laptop that's playing?
Is it an apartment?
Is it an apartment where the neighbors are talking and it sounds like them?
Yeah, totally possible. I just think one, it does seem like they're just sort of acting in the first bit, and then the thing getting knocked over. I don't know. It's, and this is me centering myself here as a paranormal investigator.
Yes.
But having been to nigh on 100, haunted locations where like the most that's ever happened is a ghost with all its might allegedly jiggled Ryan's belt, which also was, I have a hard time believing that they're vocalizing and knocking over big things.
The knock was a
And
little
also
sus.
they're acting and faking it.
But they have a cat.
Yeah, I know they have
So
a
maybe
cat.
the cat knocked it over and they're just like...
It's possible. I'm always impressed by Obi's strength.
Same with, my dog.
Obi's jacked.
Our closet door doesn't latch, which we didn't know for a long time because it like clicks, like it sounds like it closes. But then I remember at one point my brother was watching. He was like, we were gone for a couple of days. He was like, Obi gets into the closet, and we were like, that's impossible because we close it. And he's like, I don't think it closes. And we found out that it does like sound like it latches, but you can just like pull it open. You don't have to
Kind
twist
of like
the
a
knob.
mimic.
Much like a mimic.
Wow, he is a loved one.
So ever since then, because Obi will go in the closet and like hide in our clothes, which, I love that for
Very
him,
cute.
but also I don't want him to get, lost in there. So we usually put stuff in front of the closet, and you would be surprised. Like I've put like my full gym bag in front of it, and he still like gets his hand under the door and like pulls it
Oh my
open
God.
Wow.
with all his strength.
Sign
and
style.
gets in there, sign style. And then I chop his paw off with a knife.
That does happen in science.
So cats are strong.
I feel like, that just shows how much Obi loves you guys. If you think about it, like, Obi wants to be around your scents.
I guess so.
Wants to be like wrapped by the clothing that you wear.
Yeah.
And will go to lengths to pull a door open
Mama y papa.
to be with y'all.
Mama y papa.
Lizzie, what do you think about
What do you
the-
think, Lizzie?
the
Okay.
mimic?
Look. I don't want to know. I think it's super easy to fake all of this.
Recused.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If this is real, I hate that. Really hate it. That being said, like this stuff, I can't like. This is I like content like this. It's like ooh,
It's
I
fun.
like
It's fun.
freaky, fun kind of stuff. But I don't like to think too much into it. All this stuff, like they said, so easy to fake. Nothing
can-
happens on
can
camera, and there's
we
lots of cuts.
Volunteer. And I'm not the producer, director, or the host of this show, Ghost Files. Award-winning show, Ghost Files. But can we volunteer to go visit this place?
Sure. It'd be a waste of time.
No. Can we? Would you be
Make her sign the Bergara code.
if they said, hey, we would like to have ghost hunters come, would you be down to go and
Yes, but
just
we've done this.
debunk?
There was a guy who worked at BuzzFeed who had his whole Dear David thing. Everybody believed that.
So you guys volunteered to go check out that
We
place?
did, and then when
I mean,
it
it
came
makes
down
sense,
to it, it was
right?
like, oh, we can't do it because I think Ryan got on the phone and was like, I just want to be clear, are you making this up? And he was like, no. I think at a certain point you can't just keep telling. Like, I think it's irresponsible to be like, yeah, this is all real. If it's not, I think that's
Sure.
not good for
Well, that's why I want to send y'all into the field. That's why we'll.
I mean, I'd be happy to, but then
Figure
it
it
gets
out.
uncomfortable if it gets to a point where it's like, well, this is clearly fake. Now we're here because you
No.
brought us here, and this is fake.
I think it's good work. I think it's important to not spread misinformation, Lizzie, for no reason to look at you at all.
Just to have fun for a simple laugh.
Look, man, Tiwi's not hurting anyone.
Have you ever thought that you've heard a loved one say something and what did you say something? And
What the fuck did you say to
And
me?
they didn't say anything. Has that ever happened to you? Because that happens to me
Yeah.
quite often.
Yeah.
That's happened, in my head though. I don't think it was said out loud, which is like why it's a little bit more interesting with the camera
She's
recording.
recording it,
This
yeah.
is like that. There's a great old timey, little like minute children's horror story. You know that one about the kid who wakes up in the middle of the night. He hears his mother downstairs calling to him or something.
No.
Oh, it's a great one. I'm not going to tell it very artfully here. It's a kid wakes up and his mom is downstairs, like, "Oh, come downstairs." It's like the middle of the night. He's like, "What?" So he goes out of his room, and then in the hallway, a hand reaches out from the closet and grabs him, and it's a woman who's like, "That is not your mother." It's his same mother. His mother is in the closet. So then it's like, who's who?
Yes.
Oh, I've seen the thing where it's like a dad, like it was like one sentence or two sentence horror
It's one of
stories
those
where
little
the
tiny
dad's
ones,
like tucking his kid into bed and the kid's like, "Dad, I think there's a monster under my bed." And the dad, he's like, "Oh, I'll check for you." And he looks under the bed and his kid's there and he's like, "Daddy, I think there's a monster in my bed."
Oh,
Pretty good. Yeah.
They
Fun.
turned
I
the
love
table
that.
on you.
It's like
I
the
like
same thing.
So, parents can be scared too.
Mimic.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Can I talk about real quick? I
I
was
got
on
more
my
stuff on the
plane.
mimic, but yes.
No, so like the
you
reason
saw a mimic on a plane?
Back to Segways.
There's a mimic on the wing of the plane.
I obviously, before we started the company, was not involved in Unsolved at all. But obviously, running this company, I'm very involved and very invested in the ghost hunting community, ghost hunting life. And people would not talk
You
to
about that ghost hunter life.
I am. I'm not a hunter myself,
Steven
but
brings a spirit box with him everywhere he goes.
But people talk about it with me now because I'm now involved with Watcher. And I was on a plane going to Chicago recently, and
Did you see the bean? Was it real shiny?
I did not see the bean.
Let this man finish this fucking story.
But the guy next to me was very talkative, and I was like, I don't know about this. But so we chatted about it, and I embraced it. I was like, I kind of like this. This is fine. Well, I'm in a different mood right now. I'll socialize. And then he told me the story about, like, out of nowhere, about how his daughter. He's like, I don't believe in ghosts, but my daughter keeps seeing another girl in our house.
How old is his daughter?
And then he was like, and I was like, this is weird, but children be children. And then we had our friends over who had another daughter who also saw the other girl. So now,
That's fun.
and for me, I'm like, weird. Why would you tell me this story? I get it.
Yeah.
But I think,
Did you say that to him?
no, but I think like when somebody who just is just, I kind of understand what Ryan is saying when he's like, he meets people who have these experiences and they want explanations. And I definitely empathize with the guy at the time because like, oh, you just want to know what's going on.
I wanted to
Anyway.
tell a very quick plane stranger story.
Strangers on a plane.
Yeah, this was one of the first few times I went back to Chicago after moving to LA. I was flying alone on I think it was like a Southwest flight or something, or maybe it was Spirit. Yeah. And the guy next to me had big sort of Tony Clifton / Silvio vibes.
I thought you were going to say big toenails.
No. That would
Tony
be
Clifton
something too.
is a alter ego
of Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman.
Very
Well, we
Oh.
assume it's an alter ego.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the assumption. But kind of a big,
maybe sometimes played by Bob Zamuda. Who knows?
Yes. But a loud, kind of, like lounge singer show guy.
And Silvio from The Sopranos, very similar.
Yes.
Sort of like big,
Silvio Dante.
But he was talking to me. I don't remember the content because this was now about 10 years ago. So I don't remember the content of our actual conversation. I think he was telling me, he was like, oh, my daughter is, she's graduating from something and I'm coming to town.
I love how he talks.
And
I
I was talking to him for a
that
while.
guy.
And this was a guy where I was like, well, he started talking to me like 2 hours into the flight. There was only a couple hours to go. We were chatting on and off. And then as we were kind of like getting near Chicago, we were probably pretty close to landing. And he was like, hey, I got a just bag of candy here. You want something from it? Here, go grab something from
Want
this.
some hard candies?
And he took out a big black shopping bag full of Jolly Ranchers.
Yes.
And I was like,
Yes.
oh, thank you.
I love it.
And I reached in and I grabbed one, and I think it was a lemon one, which were my favorite. I don't know if those are still included in the Jolly Rancher lineup. I didn't hesitate to just unwrap it and put it in my mouth. And Jolly Ranchers are a fairly hard candy.
Yeah.
And the outer layer of it was just really soft.
Chewy.
Oh.
It was very confusing. And I was like, ugh. And I remember I just was like, thank you. And I
have to go to the bathroom all of a sudden.
I leaned over by the window and looked out the window, and I just opened my mouth and let the candy fall out of it.
I hope the
which
person
I
in the
recognize
seat
is a
behind you
horrible
was
thing to
like-
do on a plane.
Straight up watched you do
It's
that.
the one time I've left a plane dirtier than I was when I got there. So
funny.
My dad's a
apologies.
big Jolly Rancher guy growing up. He would always
love
have
Jolly
Jolly
Ranchers.
Ranchers in like the middle console.
They're so good.
And they always got, after a couple weeks,
Yeah, they
this
get-
being on and off in the heat of
Yeah.
summer and stuff, the outside would get real soft.
Oh, okay. So that's
So-
what it
It
was.
just
It was just
happens.
an aged Jolly
Yeah,
Rancher.
They've seen some different temperatures.
Yeah.
I just
is
don't
what
like
you're
stale
dealing
Jolly
with.
Ranchers or like old Jolly.
They don't really get stale, I don't think, because
Or-
they're hard.
I guess
supposed
stale's
to
the wrong
just
word,
suck
but
'em.
that word of like old.
We
old Jolly
know them
Ranchers.
away, clack them against your teeth and let them.
Yeah. They can't be good for
Do you
you.
guys have a
They're just
favorite
sugar.
hard candy?
No,
Jolly Ranchers.
We're not moving on into
No, do you guys
what's your favorite
I
hard
love
candy.
it.
do you remember cream savers?
Oh, mimics.
Thank you. Back to the
Back
topic.
Segway.
Well, the other thing about this video is that when the guy is picking up the thing, he's really doing a lot to make it look extremely heavy.
Yeah.
I did notice that as well.
Yeah.
Same.
It's not that. I want to see that one more
I
time.
kind of wish the second part of this video wasn't in there because that really kind of gave away.
Yeah. But yes, when he picks it back up, it is.
That's heavy.
They say it's heavy.
Oh my
Yeah, no
God.
way. No way.
It's a little.
way.
It doesn't really help. And then I had seen this TikTok and I was like, okay, interesting. And then I went to the account and the account is mostly spooky stories and haunted stuff. And
Yeah.
it does seem just a tad convenient.
They
do you know where they
say that
live?
that's like full
I do
of
not.
cat food, and I feel like if it was full of cat food, the lid's open a little bit, and you would see some
cat
like
would fall. The sound is good.
I guess if the account is just full of like spooky things, then maybe you can take it with a grain of salt and be like, okay, they're just doing fun, spooky stuff. I
Yeah,
think it's
potentially.
disingenuous to be like, this is all real, but
So like animals are hungry, by the way. So I could see a cat doing that. My dog, when I'm in a meeting, will just scratch at her bowl. And one time I was on a call and I thought I muted myself. I was like, no, Theo, stop. And then my lawyer was like, what? As he was explaining to me production documents.
the
Anyway.
lawyer is also named Theo.
Yeah, his
So
name
it's
is
very
Theo.
confusing.
So this is another video. Another mimic chronicled on TikTok.
I'm not trying to suck the fun out of these, Hey.
Fun sucker.
This one.
This is your job, Shane.
I do find the mimic stuff really interesting because the idea
It's a cool-
that sounds
So
like
freaky.
my,
I hate it. I love
my
hate it.
Meemaw.
my Mima. Okay, here we go. This is mimic on.
My Meemaw's in the shed.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen this one.
So this is a video from an account on TikTok. People just take other people's content and then just talk about it and
Yeah.
make it their
Mhm.
content.
Yeah.
Commentary.
But this was originally posted by someone named Bella.
Bella. Come out. Bella, are you there, honey? Bella.
No, get the fuck out of here.
This
guy creepy though, huh?
That's
I've
a-
seen this.
funny.
Yeah,
That's a prank.
that would. Yeah, I mean, I think. It's
Listen to this.
Like,
Tell me what you think about this.
I would literally my spirit would leave my body if that happened to me in real life.
That was, I
The
will
fact
say.
that Bella is not like,
Yeah.
fucking,
Just be like,
like,
well, this will be an interesting
yeah.
TikTok. I think it's cool, essentially, that kids are like sort of making their own horror movies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're sort of like trying to direct these mini horror movies.
Hey,
That's
you
fun.
got there, Shane. You got into the positive light of
Yeah,
this.
I think it's neat.
Mommy needs you, Bella.
I was there. I actually have been. Maybe this is like all TikTok content, but on YouTube, there's like this series of it's like, do not watch these with the lights off, and it's like a compilation of like 20 videos.
Mm.
But there's like volume 55, like
yeah,
many of them.
Yeah.
They're really fun. And the videos have like such a range, like it'll be people in India experiencing something. And so there's such a range where it's like, maybe they're making all of these or paying people all around the world to make them. They're very interesting. Well, I'll bring some in for next time.
I like that.
I do think it, when an account is mostly this stuff, it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, your
brand.
Yeah, it's your brand. But if you find these things on like just like that was like the good vines were always just one-offs that people just filmed, you know, and then they were like that was the real stuff, you know.
Yeah. Were there horror vines? I'd love to see some, you know.
I don't know if there were horror. I don't know if I remember.
6 seconds
is
ain't
not
enough
a lot,
time to build up that suspense.
But okay, and this is this one last video. This is just a fun thing about mimics. I would say I looked up a lot of stuff about mimics, and almost every culture has some sort of cryptid or creature that will lure people in by faking a loved one's voice.
Yeah, I feel like I hear about this a lot, like that Appalachian.
Yes.
Appalachian?
Yeah.
Appalachian.
How do you say that?
Yeah, they say like don't
out on the trail
at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think what is the crux of it is that like you're taking the safest thing.
Yes.
And really twisting it and betraying my trust in like my mom's voice.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
That is very scary.
That's like in It Follows, how sometimes it takes on the form of like their mother, but she's pissing herself. Like that's that's like the grossest part. It's so unnerving.
Yes, and I guess that's what Bella's mom sounds like. I need you, Bella.
I cannot believe they're making a sequel to It Follows. I'm so excited.
Are they?
Me too.
Yes.
When?
It's next year.
They're working on it now.
It's soon, yeah. It's called They Follow.
Ooh.
I think that was one of the first movies I saw after I moved to LA. And
spooky.
It's got
Very
such
good
a
movie.
Oh, that movie's so good.
Have y'all
What?
had any mimic type stuff on a ghost hunt before?
No.
No?
No.
Nothing?
We haven't had anything.
Oh, I mean, okay. Yeah.
No, but nothing
like,
nothing that would.
You got like big dick ghosts, you know, so just like, is there any...
Big Dick Tom.
Sorry.
BDG,
Sorry,
the world
Tom.
famous BDG, yes.
As we wrap up the mimic segment and talk and just kind of cleanse
here we
the
go.
energy here.
Here we
This is
go.
how British people deal with a mimic.
Hey, I know you're a fucking mimic. I've seen you all over TikTok and stuff like that. If you want to mimic my voice, that's fine. But if you're going to live under here, you at least have to pay rent. You got it?
Fuck you.
No, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
That's good stuff.
That one feels real. That feels real.
That's the realest one.
I don't know who the original post was. Maybe it was Critical Boombot. The thing about TikTok is it's so hard to identify who originally posted these things.
Yeah.
We do got to get out of here, but real quick.
Oh, here comes the mail truck. Here comes the mail.
I'll say we asked for emails and emails came through.
Oh,
thank you. We love you all.
I haven't put
that's good.
I haven't put Steven's dog in there yet, but that one's
That's good barking.
I actually, Steven's dog doesn't make any sound. I'm a ventriloquist. I've been speaking on Ruth's behalf for
Steven, you
years.
did send audio of your dog, but it wasn't barking.
It wasn't
just
barking.
Going like,
It was a very cute yawn. And I was like, this is even better than a bark. I'll send a bark if you want to
but
bark.
you can't put that in music.
No, I think we'll
You
just
can't be like,
I'll just
It could
take
be the tail end.
Lizzie will now be the voice of the dog.
All right, I'll send a bark next time.
Wait, can you Photoshop Lizzie's face but with like dog ears?
Okay,
no
maybe.
good?
Okay.
Dogs make
You are the color of dog right now with your sweater.
The color of dog.
Color of dog.
I'm going to put a fucking clock on this answer here because we
All
do
right.
have to get out.
Yeah.
This email comes from Caroline. Hey, y'all. Huge fan of the show. Been here since the unsolved days. Love you guys. I was hoping this question can make it onto the Thanksgiving episode, which this would be.
Hey.
Kind of 2 in 1, but what is the best/worst traditional Thanksgiving side? If you could only have one side on your plate, what would you choose and why?
Best, worst Thanksgiving sides.
Yes.
If you could only have one
side.
One side. Gravy.
Well,
Wait,
gravy,
just gravy?
I don't think gravy's not a side.
No, I think he's allowed
Lot of
gravy. You're
questions.
now only eating gravy.
Are you saying gravy is good or bad, and why just gravy?
Well, because you have the main of turkey.
No. Oh, yeah, that's true.
You have the main.
This is why he's
so
a food guy.
that's
Well,
I
but-
need the gravy for the turkey.
Okay, but I want to, and solely because I'm
I like
curious
this.
to know more, I would say that gravy is a given.
Nope.
Gravy is not a side.
Nope. I appreciate it.
No, gravy's not a side.
I'm
You're
with
going to get
you.
gravy on your turkey.
that comes with potatoes.
I wouldn't say I'd like turkey
comes-
and also a side of gravy on
Okay.
top of it.
All right. I'll be the waiter and say, actually, your turkey comes with gravy. So you can choose one more side.
Oh, I've been given a gift.
I mean, it's not one more side. You
A
can just
gift of
pick a
life.
side.
Oh, yes. You can
Gravy's
just pick
not
a
a
side.
side.
Sorry. That's my manager speaking to me. I'm
Well,
sorry,
now I
dude.
need time to think about it.
I think we go by Boston market rules, which is gravy not a side. Of course, it's included.
But it
Yeah.
comes in
Boston
a
market
side.
rules.
Going by-
Yeah, it sure does.
Hey, I'll
Going by
take
normal
it.
I
people's
love
rules.
Boston market.
I don't even care.
All right, you go first since I need time now.
Okay. Out of everything, I'm going stuffing.
That's good.
Stuffing good?
Stuffing good
Good.
with gravy all over that stuff and all over that turkey.
Yeah, I'm the same. Stuffing. Like a good stuffing, not the stuff that
fucking
comes in a box.
love
Like
stuffing.
homemade stuffing.
I
Yeah.
fucking love
Smother
it.
it in gravy.
God, here's the thing. I would choose mashed potatoes, but you get that any time of the year. Whereas you don't really eat stuffing
I never eat mashed potatoes.
unless it's Thanksgiving.
Except for Thanksgiving.
What?
Yeah, I'm not a big
and, I
mashed
look,
rarely do.
and I look forward to them so much. Mashed potatoes would be my choice.
Nice.
Try it once a month.
I guess I
No.
can make it whatever I want.
Go to Popeyes. God damn. All right, mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, we love it. We love that. Yes, mashed potatoes. Good answer.
I'm going to say mine because I know it. Sweet potato casserole
That sounds good.
with the
Wow.
marshmallows. I hate it.
My wife makes a wonderful sweet potato
I
casserole.
like a sweet potato.
Bring some
casserole.
for me. I want to try.
I know.
I would love to like it.
I don't need mushrooms on top, but I like
But-
mushrooms. I don't need marshmallows on top.
Mm.
Oh,
It's
sure.
just it just tastes like baby food to me.
It does. But you know, if you do it right and it gets sort of like crispy and caramelized, and it's really
If you make a good sweet potato casserole, you send
and
them
sometimes
to Watch Entertainment for old Lizzie Lockard.
is
Yeah,
that
use this
pecans?
QR code to send it to her.
Put it right in an envelope.
What are you
Seal
gonna
it
say?
up.
My wife's has like a
USPS.
crumble on it, but I think it's
Crumble,
I
crumble.
Crumble of what?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't ask questions.
Mystery. Brown sugar.
I think it is.
I'd have to give it to like, what are the not Brussels sprouts?
Green
Um,
beans.
No, what's the what are the
Collard greens.
what are the bulbous ones?
beans?
Artichoke.
Greens.
Oh,
Tomatoes,
artichokes. Am I thinking
potatoes.
of Brussels sprouts?
Yeah.
No, Brussels
Probably.
sprouts are the long ones.
No,
No.
Brussels
no.
sprouts
That's
are
a
like
separate
Those are the
one.
small
I'm
ones.
talking about Brussels sprouts.
You don't like
Ooh.
Brussels sprouts?
I love a good
Well,
sprout.
I like
It's
it when
done
people
nice.
like have them. I just don't find, and it's not even like a I think they taste gross thing because I think they taste fine. It's just I think I don't enjoy the mouthfeel and chewing nature of them. They
Fair enough.
don't chew well.
I think that
They're
depends how they're
fine.
cooked. They
Yeah.
definitely need to be cut in half. Otherwise, it's just like
like a big ball of
soggy, Yeah. So I saw this the other day. This is another factor cap with Lizzie for Brussels sprout
taste better
cookers
now.
out there. I feel like people when they're baking something in the oven, they'll put like the halved side down. But I read that you should put that side up because that allows more water to evaporate out of it instead of
It's real
getting
nice
caught
and crispy.
inside, so it gets
Nice and crispy.
crispier.
Nice.
Yum yum
That
yum.
makes sense.
So
Good
anyway.
tip.
Good.
Least favorite, Steven.
Yes.
I'm not going to choose one because all Thanksgiving food is
Oh, that's
goated.
fine.
Oh, come
Okay.
on.
That's kind.
Matt, do you have a favorite?
I said mashed potatoes.
You said mashy peas.
No, least favorite, he said.
Or least
Mashy
favorite. Sorry.
peas.
I guess I'll go
Something
green bean
else.
casserole for most favorite.
You know
actually,
what? That's
'cause-
probably the one. You could live without that. I didn't even
No,
think of it.
I was
'cause it
saying I like it a
Nobody
lot.
understands
Like
what's
a-
happening.
Oh
right
shit,
now.
you
I was
like
saying
it.
I like
I'm
it a
saying I
lot,
could live
yeah.
without it.
Well, you were right about the mashed potatoes. I can get those whenever I want. Green bean casserole. Yes, that's my favorite. My least favorite. Yeah, they're all fine.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for listening to Pod Watch, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. We covered a lot today.
Oh, yeah.
And here's my QR code again for Venmo because Matt forgot to put it in the last episode. You can send me money here.
All right. See you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.
Thanks for being here, Lizzie.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
You have a safe day.